Durst the worst?
Durst the worst.
Durst the worst.
Durst the worst.
Durst the worst.
Oh, Durst the worst.
Durst is the worst.
Durst the worst.
Durst the worst.
Durst the worst?
Durst the worst.
Durst the worst.
These lefties waste no time now, do they? So Media Matters, you know, groups like this, Right Wing Watch, Anti-Defamation League, Southern Poverty Law Center, they wasted no time with CPAC and everything. You know, they got guys like Michael Knowles, who works for the Daily Kosher, the Kosher Wire. He offers up a brand of, you know, Matt Walsh type social conservatism, cockservatism, kosher-servatism. But, I mean, these guys are pretty occasionally based, you know, on the Troon question, on the train question. But I guess outlets like Media Matters they're kind of like what libs of TikTok responded with. You know what I mean? Like, people get at libs of TikTok, like, you're putting these people in danger by showing these lefties in their natural habitat saying what they say. Groups like Media Matters have been doing that. Right Wing Watch have been doing that. But it's not even dangerous when groups like that do it, because they just document right-wing dudes saying based things and go, oh my god, behold, this right-wing guy said something rational. But we'll get into it. Let's check this video out.
From a family-friendly drag event in the United Kingdom called Kababarave. It is, according to the advertisement, an exciting new event for parents and their babies.
Sketch.
Babies. Not 18, not 16, not wait till 8. Babies and toddlers. A little slice of afternoon delight that provides show-stopping cabaret interspersed with captivating baby sensory moments, ending in a rave.
Wow.
Here it is.
Yeah, so it's not complicated, ladies and gentlemen. They just want to diddle yo kids. That's it. Ah, sketch.
So it's a guy dressed up in fetish bondage type gear with stiletto heels on, all leather, dangling his mostly naked body around.
That's for babies.
On leather ropes. Then a guy who is almost entirely naked wearing a thong. This is in front of little toddlers, little babies. He's got some kind of feather boa on. He's got a weird... That's really unpleasant to look at.
Right. I'm glad they're blurring it.
All these kids there. There's a little toddler crawling up, another one of these people, another one of these perverts just sort of dancing around. And the parents there, too.
Vimerica.
I don't know how you can watch this and not...
Okay, so we're getting into the quote here, right? So here's a little blurb that's supposed to indict Michael Knowles in some way, shape, or form for denouncing that. Okay, let's get into it.
That the performers are pedophiles.
Right.
I don't use that word lightly. I know a lot of people on the right use that word and they fling it around and they use it imprecisely. I don't see how you can dance around in a thong or in a leather harness in front of babies and toddlers if you are not a pedophile. So I would
100%.
bet, if not the farm, I'd bet a lot of my money that that's the case and that's being normalized. I don't see how these parents should be permitted to keep their children. Mm-hmm. They're abusing their children. They're sexually abusing their children by taking them to these events.
100%.
I don't see how whatever company is hosting this should be allowed to keep its doors open. All of this should be shut down by the heavy hand of the state. All of these people, other than the children, should be arrested.
Based.
And some of them...
Okay, yeah, see, you know, usually what you get from this crowd is like, well, we can't do that because that would be big government. I believe I did a video about, I forget who the fuck it was, but he was, I'm a small government conservative, and, you know, limiting this sort of thing sounds like big government to me. And I think it was in regards to the transgender surgeries for kids even. You know, holy shit. But this guy's actually based on this.
Severe consequences. That all goes without saying.
Mm-hmm.
When the conservatives said that the drag queen reading hour for all the little kids, all these weird drag queens who really, really are gung-ho about spending time with a lot of really, really little kids, when they said that those guys might be pedos and creeps and sexual abusers, and then at Drag Queen Story Hour, a number of them turned out to be convicted child molesters, wow, surprise, surprise, everybody said this is being normalized. This is being normalized. And that's true. This is a slippery slope, of course. The conservatives are always right about the slippery slope. We've never been wrong. We've never once been wrong. When we say, golly, what they're doing now, in 5 years, it's going to be X, Y, or Z. We've never once been wrong about that.
Well, right, that's their plan. But yeah, so this is funny to me. So these groups, this is not really effective to anybody that's not a fucking drooling retard, right? Libs of TikTok is way more effective to people that are actually in the know because it shows, like, actually psychotic people, you know, telling on themselves, this is just dude being rational. But then, of course, you got Senator Scott Wiener. He's a senator out of, what was it, California. He helped reduce the penalty for people raping kids. And so he's kvetching about dude's appearance at CPAC. Quote, transgenderism must be eradicated from public life entirely. Quote, based. It's pretty fucking based. These words were in a speech by a major right-wing figure at a national conservative conference. It's a straight-up call for genocide. That's what this fight is about. They want us gone. Well, maybe you, because you're a small hatter who reduces penalties for, you know, diddling kids. But, no, dude absolutely did not call for the genocide of anybody. This is a fucking kvetching oy vey person misappropriating an accusation of genocide, because that's, I guess, what these people do. But let's hear what he actually has to say.
There can be no middle way in dealing with transgenderism. It is all or nothing. If transgenderism is true, if men really can become women, then it's true for everybody of all ages. If transgenderism is false, as it is, if men really can't become women, as they cannot, then it's false for everybody too. And if it's false,
given
then
that it's
we
false,
should not indulge it. Especially since that indulgence requires taking away the rights and customs of so many people. If it is false, then for the good of society, and especially for the good of the poor people who have fallen prey to this confusion, transgenderism must be eradicated from public life entirely.
Yup.
The whole preposterous ideology at every level. There can be no...
So getting rid of an ideology is now calling for a genocide, right? All progressives do is lie 100% of the time, without exception, right? Is anybody calling him out in the comments? Neo-unrealist. Transgenderism is not a people. The belief that man can be a woman and vice versa is false. You can claim to be a woman all you like. It just won't be true. This does not kill you, right? I mean, people like that should be in a mental institution. Guys like this, Wiener, should definitely be in a cell, after legal due process, of course, in Minecraft. No, it isn't. It's called for people to keep their personal choices out of everyone's faces like grown-ups do. Well, you know, a little bit more hardcore. He knows what the man said, but he has to play it to his audience. The fact that this man is a senator is terrifying, 100%. Yeah, they have to lie. They have to lie, dude. All progressives have, their only card is you're trying to genocide us. And oy vey, I wonder who they learned that one from. I think you see it on the screen right now. He said your sick ideology should, quote, be out of public life. This is not a call for genocide, and it's laughable and absurd that you would try to paint it as such. I mean, I would say that it's laughable, but these people have sway over a lot of psychotic people, and a lot of psychotic people that have power. You know what I mean? It's very worrisome, right? Like this guy calling it terrifying. I think he got it way more fucking right, but Drea Humphrey chimes in. Stop using public institutions to teach our kids they may be gender confused and their parents are too out of touch to recognize this. Yeah, I mean, stop doing this shit behind kids' backs, like the chest binders behind parents' backs. The chest binders and stuff and the hormone pills behind parents' backs. That shit is so fucked up, dude. Like, anybody that supports the transgender movement after knowing that some of this stuff is going on, dude, instant groomer vibes. Instant fucking groomer vibes, you know? So it's not enough to live and let live. You want to force our kids to talk about and learn about your deviances in school. True. You want to force our little girls to shower and change in front of men. Yeah, dude. All this stuff is groomer. Yeah, dude, so everybody's saying pretty much a variation of the same thing, calling out this fucking pederast, fucking oy vey person. All these people do is lie, and they should be called out at every opportunity.
When there's nothing left to say, if you watch football, you're gay. If you watch football, you're gay. When there's nothing left to say, if you watch football you're gay. If you watch football you're gay. Then there's nothing left to say. If you watch football you're gay. If you watch football you're gay. If you watch football you're gay.